World actually starts tomorrow, so I'm going to just capture this from the very beginning all the way through the whole weekend. So let's go and give away loads of Pokemon packs. The Whatnot ceremony room was so well set up. There we all are on the banner. The stage was being set as well. This is where we were doing the box break from. Okay, we are here with Whatnot, day before World, and we are giving away this entire Japanese base set booster box. There is 60 packs in here. And on top of that, there's some other giveaways as well. We've got Team Rocket Returns blister from me. I can see a Lily down there. I can see some Ace Slabs. So it's Team Red versus Team Blue. And we're about to sit down and we are about to start the break. And just take a look at some of the things that were being given away during the stream on top of the Japanese base box. And first,
Yes, dude. Oh, that was a lot.
Go Anno! Yes. Island Grown also managed to pull the Zast to sign a couple of his skateboards, which was really, really cool. Here we are signing it, and you're going to get to see a little peek of what it looks like on the other side. I'm really, really sad I didn't manage to pick any of these up from the Pokemon Center, but it is the Ramen Pika. Well, it's day one, and we are heading in for the opening ceremony. We were happy to get in the air conditioning because it was so hot. So this was the first time we were seeing what the downstairs part of the convention center looked like, because the night before we couldn't actually get down to this part. Super colorful, ready to go. Everyone was really excited, and every single time Pokemon smash it out the park with the decorations, the way the stage is set up, it looked incredible. And this was us just heading towards the main stage for the opening ceremony, and it was incredible. We had a full-on show. Straight after the opening ceremony, we did head out to check out the trade area. I wanted to get there and get around. Hadn't been able to get yet. Shout out to the Levi Pika jacket. Love that. And I grabbed them. I had to get these because I knew that they would be snapped up super quickly. There was so much available in the trade area. There were slabs, there were cards, there were a lot of sleeves and gaming mats as well, which was pretty cool to see. Shout out to Whatnot with the opening ceremony backpack there. And I just wanted to give you another close-up on these because they were so cute. We then headed into the shopping mall, which was basically attached to the convention center. They had a pop-up Pokemon store in here. It was actually closed. I spotted a Chansey as well on the shelf. And then we headed back into the convention to check out what was going on. And as you can see, it was starting to get busy. All the players were in there. It was day one. And as we were walking around, I bumped into a few subscribers from the channel. I got that little mystery box, and I bumped into another subscriber who had a binder full of sleeves. I have never seen anything like this before, and they gifted me another one each of the Chansey sleeves. So I was super, super happy with that. Thank you so much. But this was one of my favorite things that I got to see over the weekend. Not very often you see people with binders full of sleeves. Some of the sleeves I hadn't even seen before. Just take a look at these. And someone was handing out these really lovely business cards, and they just said, enjoy your stay in Yokohama. So we headed back down towards the stage to check out and see what was going on. As you can see on the screen, lots of different matches. I checked out some of the Pokemon Go for a while. On our way back out of the convention center, the trade area was getting wild. It was insane, but got to see a few cool things before we called it a night. Day two, it was time to line up and see if we could win some wristbands in the lottery for the Masuda and Ishihara signings. Of course, Sam right in front of me managed to win, and boo, I hit one luckily, but I'm determined. I don't know if the Butler or Jean got one yet. Have they got one? I don't think so. No, he hasn't got one either. Right, so we're gonna go again. Let's try again.
12 seconds later.
Okay, round two, lost again. So we have. You got both.
I realised like Harry was like, you've just
we are going again.
10 seconds later.
I really wanted to persevere, but luck was not on my side. Again and again, we struck out. So we had to stop there because they were only running it for a couple of hours. We headed back through the shopping mall where there was Pokemon everywhere. It was so cool. And people were actually forming lines to take pictures of some before heading back in. And we did go back to the trade area. It was actually getting to the point where you couldn't quite walk around, but just look at some of the cards I got to see. The PSA 10 Scream Mimikyu and this incredible Pokemon Center promo as well. And of course, course, the iconic Mario and Luigi Pikachus. Tried this, we're back again, the hair is up, I'm ready to go. So let's see if we can get one wristband to get a sign-in.
Come on, here we go.
I did manage to get the Ishihara wristband for the Ishihara signing, so I was super happy with that. We're out in the wild and we have found the one and only. Doing some trades. It is hot out here, guys.
You guys need that in your collection.
Damn.
Family, baby. It's all about family.
So the trade area got closed inside and now it's formed down there. We're going to have a little look, but it is so hot out here. They wouldn't have closed it, so people kind of ended up sitting on the floor outside, and we just went to check out and see if there was any new people popping up with any good things. But as you can see, it was. And whilst on my walk back to the hotel, I spotted a wild Pokemon bus. How cool is that? And I just had to show you guys the view from our hotel room. This has been one of my favorite hotel room views ever. Look how beautiful Yokohama is. And guys, look at this. This is a tense moment. This is a Pokemon boat turning into, drumroll please, a Pokemon bus.
Mind's blown. You're welcome.
And day 3, it was time to start queuing up for the signings. So the first signing was Masuda. He is sitting at that desk, and I think I do get a little glimpse of him, and you'll be able to see the man himself. But there he is. Hi, Masuda. Everyone was queuing up, ready to get their signatures. Dean actually got a Masuda wristband, so I got to stand on the side and capture him, having a little chat. The butler also got a Masuda wristband as well, which was pretty cool. He even got a handshake. He must be special. And we got little postcards. How insane. They're a bit smaller than the ones we got at London last year, but they are really, really nice, super colourful, and really nice to get framed as well. After those guys got their sign-ins, we had to head to the Pokemon Centre because we didn't get our Pokemon Centre slot until the Sunday. So everyone else who was in there on the Friday, the Saturday, and I think it might have been open on the Thursday, I was very, very jealous. So this was the journey into the pop-up Pokemon Centre that was actually at the Convention Centre for the World Championships. They had this entire wall of plushies. Shout out Chancey, I've always got to find you on the wall. So we were journeying our way in, and it was quite a little journey to get in there, but they decorated it really well, and I was just excited to see what was inside. We were getting closer to the doors. I grabbed my bag and it was time to hit up the Pokemon Center. So this was the first Pokemon Center I was going to in Japan. We were going to head into Tokyo after Worlds, but I was excited to go into the pop-up Pokemon Center here. Now, it just gave me the same vibes as London. It was so busy. It was so well put together, and I couldn't wait to go and find what exclusive merch they had. They had lots of artwork. They had posters. They had lots of accessories, plushies, obviously. Had to get a Ramen Pikachu plush. How cute. I've already got him on the backdrop at home. Now, there were also some Bear Walker skateboards, but unfortunately they did end up taking them off sale on the final day. I think there was a little bit of a scuffle and kerfuffle over them, and obviously they didn't want anyone getting hurt, so we didn't get one of the Bear Walker boards, but there was lots of other cool exclusive merch. There was the little statue of the Ramen Pika. Also managed to get one of those. And as you can see, this was the Sunday, so the last day of Worlds, about 11:30 midday, and they were still stocked. They had loads of sleeves, loads of plushies. They had the Switch cases. There were a few things that were sold out, but in general there was lots available, because I remember at London World you couldn't even get the little Pikachu statue by the last day because they had all gone, but this time it was really well stocked. Lots of play mats, managed to get some of those as well. Love the Ramen Pika play mat. I think that might be my favorite out of all of them. And then we kept heading around. Now, they had lots of non-exclusive stuff as well that you could just find on the Pokemon Center, but it was pretty cool to be able to see it in person, and really, really cute. More Pikachu sleeves. Honestly, they had so many sleeves, and just look, they literally had thousands and thousands of them in stock. So you definitely weren't going to miss out if you didn't get in there till the last day like we did. It was just those skateboards. They also had these little cute pins as well. Really, really like those. I had to try and control myself though, because I knew I'd be getting on the aeroplane and couldn't travel back with like 2 tons of Pokemon merch, so had to be a little bit careful. And lots of cool decoration for the World Championships, all the artwork on the walls. Spotted a Lechonk wall, and yes, I did pick one of those up. I couldn't go home without a little chonky boy. There was a few Lechonks and I wish I bought more of them, but again, again, self-control. They had all of the Team Rocket clothing. I actually managed to pick up a pair of the Team Rocket jogging bottoms. They didn't have the jumper, which was sad, but still happy I got the tracksuit bottoms. Love these backpacks. Again, where am I ever going to use it? But it's super cute. Kind of wish I got one of those. They had lots of clothing. They had the hats. That's the Lapras with Pikachu looking super happy. Again, more Lapras merch. There were the jogging bottoms. The jumpers were sold out. Now, they did have some other Bear Walker skateboards in there. They had the Team Rocket board, which was cool. Didn't end up picking one of these up because I know that you can get them online, and again, had to be wary of how much I could actually carry back in my suitcase without weighing down the entire plane. Then it was time to get into the good stuff, the plushies. Now, I know I have loads, but I always have to pick up some more. These mini plushies are so addictive. I could literally buy one of all of them, but I didn't. But obviously I had to keep an eye out for Chansey, and I've already got a few of her, so I didn't even end up picking one up. That is self-control at its finest. This is the Chonky Boy I wish I got, but he was just too big. They had the super soft plushes as well. I really, really love those. Look at the Ditto. Honestly, it was so soft, so soft. I know Frank would have loved this, but again, didn't need it. There's me. Okay, I might have grabbed one plushie, a super big plushie. I'm super happy here, as you can see. There we go, having a little close up in the mirror. Look at us, busy in there. But I found a Smoochum, obviously had to bring that one home. And then I was weighing up how many more plushies I needed to buy, and the conclusion was none. So we headed to the checkouts, and the bill wasn't as bad as when we went to the London World Championships Pokemon Center. And you also got to pick up your Pikachu deck at the till. They were limiting these one per person. And I even love the carrier bag that you got. The Snorlax one is insane. Before you buy from the Pokemon Center, after you buy from the Pokemon Center. Had to get a quick refuel. I know it's not very authentic Japanese, but oh my goodness, McDonald's, 10 out of 10. I managed to catch a quick glimpse of some of the winners getting their trophies on the stage as well. This is while we were actually queuing up for the Ishihara signing. It's hard to explain without being there, but the room was absolutely roaring.
Go! I'm your host, Pokey Dean, and I got a joke for you. Chloe, give me a joke quick. Bye! Give me a joke.
Here's to see who's going to take the crown. My name is Rosemary Kelly, and I'm joined by Eric Zane.
Man who run behind car. Get exhausted. If an alligator has Instagram, does that make him an instigator? Oh damn, look at all these groupies. Oh, I thought you were looking up jokes. Wait, they're not groupies, they're furries.
So after queuing up and waiting for a little while, we made it to the front of the queue and we got to meet President Ishihara himself. Basically, you just had to line up down the side and then you got to go up and get your little signed poster, which was really cool. There was mine. Then it was time to sit down and just wait for the closing ceremony. You literally couldn't move in the room. Everyone starts making themselves comfortable and getting seats super early, so much so that the stage fills up. I caught a shiny throw key because it was community day. I was super happy about that, but you could not move. There were no seats available at the front, so we sat on the floor. We found a little space with the gang and we could see the screens anyway, so we could see exactly what was going on. There's another close-up of my Ishihara postcard. Really, really happy with that. So they started to play some footage of the winners getting their trophies, and then it was time for Ishihara to start giving us some news about what was coming up in Pokemon over the next year. So there was so much. Everyone was screaming, everyone was clapping, and after all of this, we also get to find out where Worlds is being held next year. But just before that, we got to see some of the new Paradox Pokemon that are coming, some of the new style cards that are coming in the TCG as well, which was really, really cool. And honestly, at this point, I wish you could hear it, but it was just too noisy, which is why I'm voicing it over. Everyone was going wild. So you get a little bit of an insight into what's coming up. And we got to find out something really cool as well. The return of a spec in 2024. And then it was time to find out where we would be going next year. And guys, I cannot wait. It is going to be in Honolulu, Hawaii. I hope to see you all there.